Villains. Every good story needs to have at least one villain, and fitness is no exception to this rule. So I've compiled a list of multiple fitness antagonists that you need to keep a lookout for. Starting off with one of the biggest baddies of them all, the Thanos of the fitness industry, if you will, V-Shred. If you watch any type of fitness content, then you've definitely seen this guy because this guy's advertisements infect social media like a virus. Instead of infinity stones, V-Shred wields a gauntlet full of scams. Fake workout plans, fake diet plans, fake supplements. Bro will probably sell you some cat piss and tell you that it burns more fat. He's the most snake oil salesman out there, and unfortunately, his audience buys that shit. Most devious person in the industry. Stay out of V-Shred's way. And speaking of staying out the way, the next villain is Colum von Moger. Bro went from the next Arnold to an actual Terminator. Now, he's trying to turn his life around, but I still have to touch on the fact that he's acting like a real-life supervillain. From chasing people around in traffic with a machete to actually trying to make a real-life great escape by jumping out of a window and breaking all of his bones. Prayers go out to Colum, but for right now, I'm gonna have to classify him as an antagonist. Now, a more controversial subject, next up, Mike O'Hearn. He's been in the fitness game for years, but sometimes you're either gone early or you live long enough to become the villain. Mike's been claiming natty for the past 30 years, but even if you've never touched the gym before, you can take one look at this guy and tell that he's lying out of his ass. If that alone makes you a bad guy, then half of the fitness industry would be bad guys. So what sets Mike O'Hearn apart from everyone else is that he's encouraging kids to use drugs. Yes, PEDs, the same type of drugs that he himself claims that he doesn't use. But why would he recommend this? Because he gets money out of it. He's sponsored by this PED company. Yeah, he claims he doesn't use it, but he's offering it to kids, specifically children. If this isn't a villainous act, I don't know what is. And I have to mention this. He claims that he got his physique mainly from eating something crazy like 32 duck eggs a day or something like that. That's not necessarily a villainous act, but I just find it funny. Now, an equally goofy character, Liver King also makes his list of fitness antagonists. Similarly to Mike O'Hearn, Liver King also lied about being natty. He claimed that he got his physique from eating bull balls, not showering, and following the 9 ancestral tenets. The difference between Liver King and Mike O'Hearn is that Liver King actually got caught lying about his natty status. But whenever he got caught, his biggest excuse is that it's a hard topic to talk about, which I don't understand what's so hard about it, first of all. Second of all, he mentioned that the main reason why he lied about it was to protect young men from unaliving themselves. Right, I'm just as confused as you are. Now, I'm not saying that eating cow testes makes you a bad person, but this next person coming up is also very similar to Liver King in that vein. This guy's name is Paul Saladino. He's a more obscure fitness villain, but he's made a couple of cameo appearances with the Liver King. Basically, the only reason why I'm putting him in this list is because he claims that protein powder is bad for you and that you shouldn't eat anything that's processed or not raw meat, basically, which I took that to heart. I took it very offensively. As a hard gainer myself, I like to drink a lot of my calories, so he's on the list. Now that we got the carnivore goofballs out of the way, let's switch up the flow a little bit and talk about something else. We're going to reference Vegan Gains. This is a guy I used to watch all the time back when I first started working out because he was on top of the YouTube game at one point. But then he started getting into all types of drama and talking about very, very controversial topics. So I used to like this guy because he showed that you can actually build muscle and you can lose fat and you can build strength all on a vegan diet by eating nuts and berries. But then it started going a little off the hinges once he started dumpster diving for old moldy bread for some reason. And then shortly after that, he started saying that we should kill all apex predators because they eat meat. If that's not the most contradictory villainous quote I've ever heard, then I don't know what to tell you. That's like saying that if you take a murderer and you murder that person with another murderer, you don't have any more murderers. But at the end of the day, in reality, you still have one murderer. That does not fix the world. How many times did I say murderer? Now, speaking of committing crimes, next we have Andrew Tate. Now, you know this guy finds a way to make it into any list. But you may be asking, hey, this guy's not a fitness influencer. No, I know he's not, but he's selling a fitness program. He's selling it for $200. You know what this fitness program consists of? burpees, like 500 of them or something outrageous like that. You know what it also consists of? Some shoulder press, supersetted with more shoulder press. And you know what that's supersetted with? Burpees. But get this, wait, more shoulder press. Now, if you want to spend $200 to do something that an 8th grade PE teacher can tell you to do for free, feel free to. But at the end of the day, you're outright getting robbed. That's the end of the fitness villains list. But if you want to be a fitness hero and gain 30 pounds of muscle instantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel.